Well, welcome back. We are in another draft league. I thought I was going to take a break, but we got reeled back in. I'm currently in two draft leagues at the moment, and this is coming off of the war draft that I was in with other teammates and whatnot. Um, but this one right here is the Heat Connoisseur Draft League, which, as you can see, there is a Hoopa Unbound, and we have an amazing PokeTuber within this draft league, the glorious Lord Envy, and yeah, he comes up with some pretty Heat sets, amazing stuff. Definitely watch the videos. He's taken a lot of my suggestions over the years, like the Minior, the Mightyena, and as of late, the Sunflower vid. And he posts amazing content. So this time around, there's a draft league within the Discord, and I thought, you know what? Why not have some fun with it? I don't want to take it entirely too serious. So, yeah, that's the plan here, just to have fun, and stun or die, which is the team moniker I'm gonna go by for this draft. So I have the stun or die alumni posted on my shoulder here. I'll let you know what I drafted in the rules, and I'll start off with the rules. So it was 110 points to draft up to 10 Mons, 8 being the minimum. And we're battling in Gen 7 Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon meta here. So there's a lot of stuff that's different around this time. There are Mega Evolutions. There are no Terra. There's no Terra at all. But there is Z Captains. So we're revisiting Z moves here. And we have 20 points to split between two Mons within our draft. Omni boosting Z moves are banned, or Omni boosting moves in general seem to be banned. And yeah, let's go through the team. I think I pretty much covered everything else through the draft. Let's see. Gen 7 OU, Z moves, 2 captains, 110 points, 8 to 10 Mons. Yeah, that's pretty much. So, I'm going to go over the team now. We have Landorus I, which was my first pick, and I'm going in order of the picks here. Landorus I, aka Gin and Juiced, because, Gin, it's a genie with Jinn, and Juiced, boy is swole, right? I plan on him having a lot of damage on the board, decent speed, decent defenses as well. We have Sand Force and Sheer Force as abilities. Likely going to be using Sheer Force. Sand Force would be Heat. Ground and Flying, great typing. Has a 4 times ice weakness, but that's fine. Everything's fine. I had the Lando. And I did make this my Z captain. And this came off of 16 points. And I'll reveal the others as we go here. All right, next up we have Jirachi, aka Grant-A-Wish, with its stats of 100 in every stat here. Very infamous for flinching. It has Iron Head, it has Heart Stamp, it has Zen Headbutt. With Serene Grace, playing a lot of work into its hacks. Other than that, it is a solid attacker and support mon. It can attack on both special attack and attack while having amazing speed, support like Wish, U-Turn, Trick Room, Body Slam to para, Fire Punch to potentially get burns off, Cosmic Power, Snored power sets. Overall, hard to prepare for. Still in Psychic typing. Great typing here, and this was also 16 points. All right, next up we have Volcanion, aka Submerge, like Simmer and Submerge, like Simmer, Fire, Submerge, Water, and Merge, as in the fusion between both. It has Water Absorb, and This mon is amazing, both as a special attacker and physical attacker. Don't sleep. A great wall to some mons, especially with water absorb. Um, Packing that for sure. AV sets, flame charge sets, scarf sets. It can definitely do a lot and has a lot of power too. Walls mons such as like Tapu Fini kind of. You have Sludge Bomb as well. Just an overall great glue mon here. And I don't know if y'all can hear that. Sorry in advance. The fire and water typing is unique to it as well. Packs a signature move like Steam Eruption, which can burn foes over Scald. Has less PP, if I recall, but amazing mon to throw it off. And moving on to the next, this was also just 15 points as well. Excuse me. All right, so next we have Tentacruel. This is my fourth pick, costing 10 points. I wanted to pick this up before anybody else could. Well, let's get an introduction. This is Tentacruel, aka Cthulhu. You know, like Cthulhu and still having Tentacruel in its name. I had some other nicknames in mind, but sure, why not, right? This kind of sounds crazy. Cthulhu. Tentacle or Cthulhu, I'll speak its name into existence. But not in a mirror 3 times. So this is a great utility mon. I've used this definitely in Gen 7 as other things than a utility mon. But as far as utility goes, it has rapid spin. It doesn't get flip turn. It has knockoff. But this mon has some surprising moves within its moveset that is not to be slept on. So this is definitely capable of some heat. Has an amazing special defense stat. And an amazing speed tier as well. Liquid Ooze is actually pretty dope. You don't see it often. And then I can run Clear Body over having, heavy duty boots, which is available in Gen 7. I had to remind myself that. But you don't get the speed drop on Sticky Webs in that instance. Yeah, I think this is a great mon to have on any team. This did cost 10 points, and my cost value goes immensely down. I have no more double digits within this iteration of the Stunner Die Alumni. So moving on to the next pick, I have Rabombi, aka Pixie Sticks. It's a fairy, aka a pixie. Lays out those sticky webs, sticks, and pixie sticks are delicious and cute and charming and all that junk, whatever. I got Rabombi at 6 points here. It does have the Shield Dust ability, which is likely the only one I'm going to run. Has an amazing speed tier here. Access to Quiver Dance, Sticky Web, Trick, and some other fun moves. I don't think personally I love using this. I'm familiar with. So I'm glad to have this addition to my team. And moving on to the next one, I have Mimikyu, aka Scrap Reap. It has a whole bunch of scraps. It's I wouldn't look underneath here. You might get your soul reaped. Just jumbled a lot of different fonts together because I think that's what Mimikyu is. I love this mon. And this happens to be pre-nerf Mimikyu. So upon getting its disguise busted, it doesn't lose HP. And I got this mon for 7 points. Has a great attack stat. Has great ability. Very good speed. Surprisingly decent bulk. And behind, its disguise, you can set up things like a SD or possibly a trick room if you want to go that route. And I've used this in other drafts to where, I made use of the special attack. So it has a great move pool that people overlook. And then, I really just wanted Mimikyu, especially pre-nerf. This could have been other things like Chandelure, but I went back with my boy Scrap Reap here. So Ghost Fairy type is unique to it as well. with the disguise ability. Z move was a consideration for this, or Z captain rather, because you do get Let's Snuggle Forever, but yeah, I figured probably not, because it still does other good stuff. So let's move on to the next pick I have here, and we have the returning champion. One of the mons that I had on the first draft team that I made, along with Mimikyu as well. Can't forget that. But I have Kamala, aka Narcolepsy. Narcolepsy, of course, if you know what that is, don't sleep on it. You don't want to do that. With the Z's, like snoozing, Narcolepsy. I got this mon for 2 points. It's a great rapid spinner. It does have U-turn. It does have wish. It does have an amazing move pool as well. And if you don't know what this does, it does a lot. It's won me games for sure. It is the clutch mon, and I would have to be a fool to not bring it within the Heat Connoisseurs. This is one of my favorite mons to use before it got nerfed in Gen 9. It boasts an amazing attack stack of 115. Can't really pass off that big of wishes, but its amazing ability lets it switch in without worry of paralyzation, burn, or poison. I think paralysis was the right word. Anyway, okay, so here I have Persian Alolan Persian. I hate looking at this mon, I really do. One of the ugliest mons. However, I've used it in RU, and I have dubbed this Pompous. Pompous, like if you know the word, it's definitely a pompous Pokemon in nature. It's definitely full of itself, shown by its ugly face. It thinks it's the ish, which I kind of want it to be in this. That's why I made it a Z captain, and it was worth 4 points. So that completes my total of having 20 points among 2 Z captains. Pompous, again, Pompous with puss, as in it's a cat, it's a pussy cat, whatever. It's a really defensive mon with a fur coat. So it doubles its defense, having an amazing speed tier, along with stuff to help support the team, like parting shot, fake out. Rattled means it can switch into U-turn, potentially technician, doing more damage. It doesn't have amazing stats, but you know what? I want to throw off some heat with this for sure. It gave the team a good amount of speed of which it needs, being my second fastest mon, naturally. So I plan on putting in some good work for this. And if you ever use this in RU back in, like, I think it was Gen 8 or Gen 7, yeah, this thing was a terror. I think most of my mons lie in RU or lower. So moving on to the next one, we have Vikavolt. So you might say, wait, hey Kenny, why do you have 2 sticky web users? I'll be like, haha, foolish Adam. This is not a sticky web user. Not in Gen 7, it's not. So Netmare, aka Vikavolt, doesn't have access to sticky webs. Because at the cost of 3 points, I'm pretty sure it definitely would have been higher than that. However, this is a mon I am very familiar with, and its name definitely gives its due diligence. Nat, as in a pest, a bug, stuff like that. Nightmare. It really is a nightmare to deal with. This mon doesn't need speed to be effective. It has a amazing special attack stat of 145, with a bug electric type, almost unique to it. It shares the typing with a few other things, but with levitate, it's a whole different monster. Like, if I had $1 for every time this got earthquaked on in Gen 8 OU ladder, I'd be able to afford Chick-fil-A for the whole entire week, likely. But yeah, this is a great mon. It's slow, it can pivot, It has some great moves. This was in the first draft that I ever won as well, with a amazing set. Y'all go check that out. I might give away some of my tricks and techniques, but it's up there. This is one of my definite go-to mons for heat. And once again, that's what I wanted to go for. Last Pokemon here is gonna be Snostrel, the Probo Pass. So Schnoz, as in the Schnoz here, snows, and a troll. It has amazing abilities in the form of sturdy and magnet pull, and its bulk is phenomenal, having 145 defense or 150 special defense, with a base stat of 60 HP. Pretty decent. Hidden power is legal, so I could trap steel types that do hinder the team, and this was a whopping 1 point. Nobody uses this. My first time ever using it in draft. I've used it on the Nat Dex ladder within great succession, so I'm very familiar with a lot of the mons that I will be using here. Outside of Lando, I mean, I did have it in the clan war that I was in. I plan on making, heat happen. Like, we're the Stunner Die alumni. That's the plan. So, breaking it back down to what we have here, right? We have a lot of mons. We have 10 mons. And we have 30 points left. If you do the math here, I had a budget of 110 points. I have 30 points available. What are we doing here? I do likely have the worst team on paper, but I want to have fun with this one here. I don't want to take it too seriously. I don't want to over prep. I don't want to do anything other than keeping heat alive. And yeah, that's what I plan to bring for these upcoming games. So look forward to that. Let me know what you think about the team. There's some of these mons that I've used on a couple of videos. Check those out. For the Heat Connoisseurs, let's see if they can definitely take the heat and dish out the heat. I'm looking forward to play that's in the draft, especially Envy. And yeah, you already know what it is. Keep playing, have fun, and see you in the next one. Peace.